So how much is my PlayStation 3 collection right behind me worth? Well, today, hopefully, we're going to find out and see if I'm shocked, because I haven't actually done a valuation on my PlayStation 3 collection since I've had it, really, for a couple of reasons. Usually it's because I'm too scared to find out how much money I've actually spent, because nobody wants to know that. But I am intrigued to see how much it's actually worth, if it's gone up in price, which I'm 99% sure it has, and how much I will get if I sell it, and how much it is actually worth to buy if I bought it right now. So we will be using CEX as a, I say this very loosely, so go with it, a valuation, how much they will give me cash, how much they will give me credit, and how much they will actually sell my whole PlayStation 3 collection for. Now, a bit of caveat to that as well is I have a lot of special editions and I have a lot of steelbooks, so they tend not to put steelbooks in through a different code. It's usually just the price of the normal game. So if that is the case, then I will go on eBay Solds and see what the situation is there, basically. I am using CEX purely because it's the easiest, and to be honest, probably the most accurate. If I was to trade my whole collection in, I'd be intrigued to see what they would actually give me compared to what they would actually sell it for, because it'll be a massive difference, let me tell you. It'll be a big difference, and it intrigues me. That's all there is to it. So if you're excited and you can hear a massive tractor outside the window, I do apologize. Be sure to drop it a like and maybe consider subscribing. Would love you very much. Thank you. But before we get into any of that, I've got one more game to add to the collection before we even start, and a piece of equipment, I guess, to add to the setup as well, to make my life a lot easier going forward. So the first thing I will put and actually have a look at is one of these little things. It's a HDMI splitter. It's a 1:2 HDMI splitter, so your PlayStation or whatever it is goes in and you can split out into two monitors, I believe is how this one works. And the main reason I bought this is because I want to start streaming the PlayStation 3, and to do so you need to, what's the word, strip the HDCP out of it. Is essentially the copyright tool, so they never wanted you to obviously record stuff, copyright stuff, and just to protect everybody, I guess, back in the day. So yeah, I bought this to do that, so it strips that away, so I will be able to record the gameplay and actually stream the gameplay, which is absolutely magnificent. And the amount of research and stuff that I've done on one of these little things is quite remarkable. I believe this one came from Amazon. I will have screenshots if I can. I think it was about £15. It's just very useful. I have this going into a HDMI switch, which is different. Splitters, switches, they're all completely different. A switch is where you can switch between consoles into a given screen, whereas a splitter will split it into however many screens you want going into that console. If that makes sense. I hope it does. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm trying my best to explain it. If you obviously know about these anyway, I digress. But yeah, it's a very cool little thing. I've got it hooked up already. I am waiting for the capture card to turn up, because I've had two already in the past, but they didn't do what I wanted them to do. So I bought another one. So hopefully they'll turn up very soon, because I'm very excited and looking forward to actually start streaming. It's something I'm very passionate about, and hopefully you guys are too. Let me know in the comments down below if you're looking forward to it. I am. I hope it's good. It's just going to be chill. Um, yeah, it's probably going to be once, maybe twice a week. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if people like it and enjoy it. But this allows me to do such things. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But in regards to actually PlayStation pickups for this week, it's one game. It's nothing special. I will fly straight through this. It is F1 2012. The best thing about this game is it's got my 2 vouchers in it. That's literally the best thing about this game. I traded in a couple of my PSP games that you would have seen in the last video. They went, I got £15 on credit, so not great, but it helps towards other stuff in the future. So I've now got, I believe, £60 on voucher. so that's pretty good. I haven't spent it just yet. I've got a couple things in my basket, but I haven't pulled the trigger just yet. Just yet. We're getting there, but it's not fully set in stone. But look out for a CEX lottery, hopefully sometime soon. Yeah. So that's all the boring sort of admin stuff out of the way. What you want to see is how much my collection is worth, and to be fair, so do I. So what I think I'll do is I think I'll put you on the hand tripod. We'll go over, we'll see, and then just do updates from there. If I'm honest with you, I think that's the best way of doing it. I don't know. I'm going to play by ear. Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm going to be quite shocked, I think, to be honest. So yeah. Yes, guys, as you can see, we are in front of the shelves, giving you a good insight as to what we are looking at today. I am going to do the collection. I think I'm going to do it shelf by shelf. So I'm going to do this shelf, then we'll go over there, then we'll go here, and we'll go there, and we'll go here. And I'll probably leave this one to last purely because it's the most expensive shelf, and that's the one where all the value is. If there's any like things that I'm quite surprised at and shocked at, I will let you know. Obviously, some of these games are going to be worth like not a lot and quite boring. Some of these games are actually going to go up a heck of a lot more than what I actually paid for them, which is it's good. It's just intriguing to see, to be honest with you. More than anything, that's just the way it is. I obviously will have figures and everything on the screen as we go. I think I'll do it shelf by shelf updates on the figures. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Um, yeah, I think without absolutely rabbiting on even more, let's get into it. So with that being said, screenshots will be going up, and it's not bad. For the first shelf, I believe cash value screenshots will be up. It's around £55, £56. Voucher value is around £92 just on this shelf alone. I'll give you a quick glance over. So, not horrendous. I have found one thing out though. The CEX barcode scanner works when it wants to. It's pretty bad. Um, yeah, and it takes a long time to actually do anything with it. But one shelf out of six isn't too bad. We're getting this. It takes a lot longer than what I thought it would. To be fair, it does. The most notable ones I would say is probably needs to be Carbon. Where is it? Blur is another notable one. The rest of them are quite, generic. Gran Turismo 6 is like, I think £6 or £8 now, which is pretty crazy. I've got all the Motorstorm games, which actually I got in the last couple of episodes, I believe. Apocalypse is now £10, which is utterly ridiculous. But yeah, for all like the racing games and that, not too bad. I'd say it's more of like a filler-ish shelf. Just like your lower like tiered stuff. Very good games, but they're just not worth too much. For £100 voucher ish, £92 I think. So that would make it. I haven't actually figured out how much they would sell it for, but I'd say around 150, 160, I guess. So yeah, we're just gonna make our way down. I think probably this one next. Maybe that one. There's quite a few like FIFAs and that, which I'm not even gonna bother with because you don't get anything for them. Same with the PES ones, really. But yeah, we're getting there. So you may see an outfit change because for you it's been a click and a cut. For me, it's been another 2 days trying to actually get this whole collection valued from behind me. I tell you one thing, it's took a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie, it's took a lot longer to get three values: the cash value, the voucher value, and what CEX sell it for. Jesus, honestly, I feel like I'm a mathematician. I feel like I'm Einstein after doing all this. I really do. But we are now halfway there. So I've done. I'll actually take you to have a look. So I've done the top shelf, I've done that shelf, just finished doing that shelf. So we are halfway there, which is good. Um, Values will be going up on the screen as and when. I'm not sure when. I don't know whether I'm just going to do it at the end. But yeah, that's where we are now. So actually, do you know what? Scrap all that. Scrap it. Don't even listen to it. I'm going to go through shelf by shelf because why not? So it turns out shelf number uno, this one right here, so it's pretty much all of my PlayStation 3 racing games with a little bit of fodder and just your cheaper games. Same with that one really, but again, these are like your cheaper games and yeah. So I've done my calculations. To buy this whole shelf, this one right here, shelf number one, from CEX would cost you £184.50. Now that seems quite a lot, doesn't it? Just for, I think these shelves hold 45 games per shelf, so for 45 games, you're looking at nearly £200 just there, which is insane. However, no. What about voucher? I hear you ask. I hear that, and let me tell you, £92.70 for voucher, which is half. It's not horrendous. They give 50% of what it's worth essentially on voucher. However, ha, just okay, just what about cash? Well, cash value of the top shelf, which is 45 games, you're looking at £56.61. Yeah, I hear it too. I do. £51.61. 56 pounds and 61 pence. There you go. That's like a third, just under. I think no, 60. Yeah, it's just under. So it's like 28% ish, 27% is what they'll give you for cash value if I traded them in. Note to self, guys: don't ever trade anything in for cash because it is a rip off. Yes, you should probably trade stuff in for voucher if you need it to go to other stuff. But again, they only give you about 50%, 55% max on what it's worth on average. This is an average. Some of these are worth a lot more. Obviously, you've got Need for Speed Carbon there. You've got Blur. You've got a few noble ones in here, to be fair. The Motorstorm ones are probably the more expensive ones. Like I said, Need for Speed Carbon, Blur, they are more expensive than. To be fair, you've got the Indiana Jones ones there as well. They actually are worth a little bit, which is surprising. But the rest of it is kind of fodder. So, oh, you got Driver San Francisco as well. I forgot about that. Yeah. So that's shelf number one. So this is shelf numero dos, or what two? Don't question me in the comments, please. So we've done this one, and you would not actually believe what the cash, how much to actually buy this shelf for. If I knocked the mic, I apologize. I didn't mean to. So CEX, if you buy all of these games from CEX right now, as of recording this video, they will cost you £183.50. There's a pound difference between the top shelf and the second shelf. That's it. £1. However, the caveat to that, are you listening? The caveat to these two shelves being a pound difference is £4 on a voucher. You get £96.84 on a voucher if I was to trade all of these games in. So you get £4 more somehow. I'm not sure how. It's still roughly 50%. It's a little bit over. It's like 51, 52% thereabouts. I'm no mathematician. It's yeah. And what about cash? Well, hang on 1 second. Are you hanging? Are you waiting? Yeah. £57.64. So we get an extra pound. Whoop de woo. Amazing stuff. Like I said, for that shelf, it's crazy to think that these two shelves are actually worth almost identical, with actually not even trying to like even do it value wise, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, £184, £183, or £184.50, one of them. £96 and something. Figures will be on the screen. Huzzah! 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 Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So we're just gonna finish off actually seeing what this shelf is worth. I've done my trading, so I know voucher and cash value, but I don't know how much CX sell these for. So that's what we're gonna do now. And then we have the lovely task of doing it again 3 times over. So we're only halfway there. But alas, I don't know what this voice is. I'm kind of going crazy. So yeah, we're halfway there. If you're enjoying it, drop a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think the value will be. To me, it's actually very surprising, and I kind of don't like it because it just kind of proves sort of how much I've spent. But a lot of these games have gone up. Most notably on this shelf, I would say Wolfenstein is one of the bigger hitters. That's £8, I think now. London 2012 still actually holds some value. Where is it? The Fear games. These are probably the most expensive games on this shelf. I think it's £25 for all three Fear games now, which is pretty crazy. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 is up to £6 now as a notable addition. I only paid, actually, I think it's still got the price on it. Yeah, £4. So, not too bad. I'd say I'm probably up on most of these. The Army of Two. The first one is up in price. I believe that's the first one. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, we're getting there. Ah, I even forgot the Godfather. Look at that. That's up to £12 now, by the way. Obviously, you got the two Quantum Solace games. We're getting there slowly. We've now come up to the last two shelves, as you can see right behind me. Hopefully, I don't know what you can see or what you can't. To be honest with you, this has took so long. Like to get all the data together is wow. So if you come actually have a look, we'll have a look. We've done this shelf. It's not like the most expensive shelf in the world. I think to buy this is around £140. Trading credit is around 70, and then cash is £43 and 63p. There's a lot of fodder here. Obviously, your FIFAs, the Assassin's Creeds aren't worth too much. The Call of Duties aren't worth that much, apart from Call of Duty 3. That's a noticeable one. I think it's around £6 to buy, £4 to trade. A couple of the Pez's up there, not too expensive either. Yeah, it's just a quite a foddery sort of shelf. But again, £141 to buy, £71 and 73p, I believe, on voucher. And if we come down to this shelf as well, we are looking at only the ones that CEX sell. So Jericho they sell Call of Duty Trilogy, the infamous Special Edition, Tomb Raider they sell as like special editions of the game, not just the normal games. Obviously, you got the Dead Spaces there. I haven't put any of the other ones in because CX will only give you normal game value for them, and some of these are special editions, steelbooks, etc. So I haven't actually put them in. I would have to go on eBay to actually find out what they would be worth. So there is an asterisk to this shelf. So just bear that in mind. But to buy the ones that I actually put in, which were the Dead Space games, Gran Turismo 5 Collector's Edition, Tomb Raider Underworld Limited Edition, the Call of Duty, Jericho 10 Edition, and I think that's it. I think was £109 to buy from CEX, £71 I believe on voucher, and then for cash is around £46 as well. So not too bad for the games I put in. I think it's about 10 ish on in total is about 10. So that's not bad. And then obviously with the rest, it would obviously be far more. But for now, that's not too bad at all. And then we come down to the big shelf, which I haven't done yet. As you can see, there's a lot of heavier hitters. This is my more expensive shelf. This is going to be the last one, and hopefully it's good. I don't know. We're going to find out together. I think this one's going to eclipse everything on the actual shelves, so that'll be quite interesting and pretty cool to see. But yeah, last shelf. We're nearly there. Thank God. So, guys, we have come to the end of my valuation of my PlayStation 3 collection. How much CEX would actually give me for it, how much voucher I would get, and how much cashback I would get if I traded everything in. And to be honest, it's been quite mind boggling. The whole collection's worth far more than what I thought, purely because I try not to think about the financials like probably most people, to be fair, because nobody ever wants to think about adult stuff. But the main thing I'm shocked about is one of my shelves is worth a lot more than what I thought, put it that way. I'm going to go through the figures now, all in totals, how much my whole collection would be if I bought it at CEX right now, how much I would get for voucher, and how much I would get for my cash back. And the discrepancies between all three are fairly big, which is not a surprise, but it's kind of like not shocking, but it's yeah, it's something. Let me tell you, it really is something. So yeah, I have now finally finished. Let me take a run through of what actually is. So we've done this one. You would have seen this last. So yeah, this one. Not all the games have been done. Like I said, the ones that CEX will actually take are the ones that I've actually put in. Um, but yeah, this one's done, and this one down here is obviously like my heavy hitter shelf, and the value on this is pretty insane. It's not like the most insane thing you'll ever see in your world, but to me, it's utterly ridiculous. So, if you were to buy every single one of these games, you can see them right here from CEX as of recording this video today. It would cost you £1,144 just for this shelf. This shelf alone holds 46 games, so 46 games into 1,144. That's quite a lot of money. I found out that my most expensive game in my collection is Silent Hill Downpour. Now that has gone up a lot recently, purely probably because of the Silent Hill 2 remake. But the Silent Hill games, that was the most expensive, coming in at £75, which is a lot of money for that because it's not that good of a game. We have Lollipop Chainsaw and Azura's Wrath there. They're both £60. What else do we have? Siren Blood Curse, 55. Pains, 48 at the moment. I'll tell you what, Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, that's gone up to £30. And I have noticed Way of the Samurai 3, as of recording this video, is now out of stock at £25 on CEX, which is quite surprising. There was a few when I bought it a couple months ago, but I wasn't really expecting it to go out of stock, but here we are. Yeah, so to buy is £1,144. So for CEX voucher, I would get £751 back on a lovely juicy voucher. And if I wanted the cash for it, it would be £516. Half price. 50%. Just under. Yeah, just under. It's like 45-ish%. I'm not the best at percentages. So that is not bad compared to like the rest of the shelves, because it's usually like less than 40% back on cash. So not bad, not great. So for the whole collection, let me just have a little look at the figures again. So to buy my whole PlayStation 3 collection, which consists of nearly 300 games, it would cost from CEX as of today £2,005.50 to buy everything behind me, apart from a couple of the steelbooks and that. But to buy everything that I put in, £2,000, just over £2,000, which is utterly insane. Yeah, that's not great, and please don't tell the missus, because I think she'd kill me. So this is why this is at the end of the video. And on a voucher, I would get £1,208.79 back. Come on! Of all my hard work and dedication, £1,200 on a voucher. It sounds a lot, but it's really not that much at all. That's just over 50%. I think that's around 60% ish, 58%, which is about right, obviously. But yeah, not horrendous. And for cash, I would get a whopping £797.97 back. Yeah, so just over a third, about 38% back, or cash value, for my lovely PS3 collection, which again I think is pretty impressive. Yes, I've gone from CEX figures. So obviously, if I sold everything right now, it would probably be a little bit less. But it's good to know roughly where I am at. Especially going into the new year, I kind of want to reset, go again, and we'll just do it again as we have been for the last year, 2 years. But to me, it is remarkable to have such. a surprising collection, shall we say. Um, I thought it'd be quite interesting to see because I haven't actually like put a value on it since I've actually had it, so that was pretty cool. If you want to see any more of these videos like this one, sure to drop a comment. If you have enjoyed this, be sure to leave a comment down below if you want to see more, like I said, and let me know your thoughts. If you think the prices are insane, if you think the prices are actually too low, to me, it's probably about right. There was quite a few surprising ones in there. Like I said, Silent Hill Downpour being my most expensive PlayStation 3 game is pretty crazy to me, but I don't think it really deserves it, my opinion. But you know, to have one shelf worth like I don't know 3 times more than everything else, it's pretty crazy. But like I said, it's for about 280-ish games. A couple of them haven't been included on the like special edition shelf. Um, I'd have to go through eBay and everything like that to try and put a value on it. It is difficult, but it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I've enjoyed this type of video. To be fair, it took so long to do it, like to get all the data and everything. Like I said previously, it took a long time, but I think it's been worth it. I think the video's hopefully going to come out well. Um, yeah, hopefully. But I think that's it. If you have enjoyed, be sure to give it a like, leave a comment down below, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. But for now, guys, take care, enjoy your Saturday, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.